Hello, how are you? Good afternoon. Welcome back to my Reach 81 channel, and today I want to present a script to cut service to a client. There are programs out there that do this administration, but the biggest ones are paid. They are very difficult to configure and, well, if you have time and it's easier for you, I prepared this script for you so that you can manually cut service to your customers directly. Well, let's go. This script is done only once by the configurations, and every time you want to block a client you do it in the following way. Well, the first thing to do, here is the script, is to identify the interface of your clients or be your LAN interface so we can see what range you have. Here I have my LAN interface. We go to IP, addresses, and here I have my LAN interface. It is in the range 192.168.10.1, which would be my LAN interface. Well, once identified here, the first thing I have to do is configure the IP of a client. This step, yes or yes, so that you have to do it first. This step so that only later can you copy and paste this configuration. This configuration, the configuration, the second part. Let's say you do this only once, that is, you do it once you install this script and from there they never do it again. What if later I am going to tell you that the issue of clients has to be done manually every time a delinquent client arises so that they can be cut off? Well, I already have identified my interface which is in this range, and now we go to my clients. I'm going to see, for example, I have here for this example, client number 3, J, is 1023 NOC so that we can modify it to 100.2, client 1. Well, I already know that my client 1 is 100.2, so let's suppose that this is my delinquent client, then I put 100.2 directly here. I put the name client 1. I'm going to put it because that's how I have it, client 1H. I have it written like that so we don't get confused. Done. Copy. Let's go and paste it. Let's see, here you have to go. Fire. The same. Address. Well, here I have this quality of service. It's working. Well, let's paste and enter, and there we see that the delinquent client is created. It is disabled here in the script. It is disabled by default so that we can apply it later. Well, it's already disabled, so this client will stay here for you. Once the delinquent client is created with its identified IP, we go to NAT and copy this script in the NAT configuration part. There are only 2 lines, but here too, they have to identify their LAN interface as well. The name that it would be in this case, I have it here. How do they have to do? For example, go to the interface here and you already know what your LAN interface is, just like I have it with the name. Generally, most of you put interface 1, put it in ether 1, and the LAN interface put ether 5. If in your case it is ether 5, directly copy. Let's count copy, go to the script and replace here, LAN by ether 5, LAN by ether 5. If they have it as ether 3 at their LAN output, they put it as ether 3. That's the only thing that needs to be changed here. As my LAN interface is named LAN, here we see, so there is no problem. I leave it directly when writing, with LAN interface. I copy these 2 lines and we close here. We are in NAT and here we paste, copy, paste, that's it. We have already created our configuration to block a client, the consumption of a delinquent client. How do they have to do now? Done. This part in the configuration in the file equal NAT part is done only once, that is, I do it now and I don't do it anymore, right? Because it is already determined that the ports of these are blocked when we activate the client here. Here my client will continue to have internet use. Well, now apparently he is not connected, he is not consuming anything, but he will continue to use the internet. His consumption will be blocked when I activate here. Once I activate, ready, activated, here the client is going to be left without internet. Your Wi-Fi will appear at your home, it will be connected but you will not have consumption, nothing will move because it is blocked. That would be the way. For example, if you want to enable the service again, they don't have to uninstall anything directly, they come take one out of the client and disable the address list and I restart them. I generally disable it and restart Mikrotik so that they can resume and have internet again, and I leave it just in case, as it is configured client 1 with IP 102 directly. If it gets late again or anything, I come here and cut the service. Well, now I disable it, and for example if it is another client it is easy directly here. They open it, copy, we copy this client, we close the first one, and here we put the name, for example that it is client 2. Well, I put client 2 OK, and I put what is my interface. What is the IP of my client 2, which is 10.65. So here I put 10.65 OK and client 2 appears. This delinquent, so we enable it to be cut off and client 2 is cut off. When they want to enable it again, we disable it. We start it in Mikrotik and the service automatically restarts.
Bueno,
Well, thanks to my followers, I have many contacts via email that I am going to leave in the description of the video along with the totally free script and anything contacts me via email. I give you my WhatsApp number and we communicate through any configuration and via Anastes or 10 viewer. I thank my subscribers for the trust they have in giving me the possibility of remotely configuring their equipment. I apologize if I take so long to answer you, but hey, always trying to give you a good solution. Thank you very much. My name is Juan from Tucumán, Argentina. Regards.